strategies or how you're going to run your household. And if you're single, you want to be able to even, maybe get a coach or have conversations and use some of these strategies to kind of implement on your own. And then also, get yourself an accountability partner, someone that's going to follow up with you weekly. And, even these are some of the things that can be solidified in therapy sessions, because at the end of the day, we're talking about stressors as it relates to anxiety, as it relates to depression, as it relates to, the whole long list of diagnoses that people often carry or either they have the symptoms of. And so you want to be able to partner with someone that has your best interest, that has the skill set and the knowledge base that can help you help yourself be successful. And that's how the therapeutic relationship is just so beautiful because it's a win-win. We are here to help you navigate. So oftentimes, and I speak with pastors, and, pastors have this huge responsibility. They're basically the CEO of their church family. And so they have a lot of responsibility outside of the pulpit. So it's just very important to get the people on your team, the people involved that can also minister, to your flock, to the individuals that is in your congregation, that can give them strategies and tools outside of what you do that's specific to, the preaching or the word, which is, first in priority. And it's also a foundation that, we use to be able to help us navigate. But there's also action, and there's also needs that people have to be able to function outside of that. And so that's kind of what we're here on In Your Feelings 360 radio. We're here to kind of help have those conversations and to give you tools that you need to be able to thrive. So I hope that was very helpful. And the next segment that we're going to go into is a segment that is very, very important. And that segment is called Selfcare. Selfcare. The key to living your best life is to make sure that you have the ability to recognize and implement self-care strategies that's going to keep you on your feet, keep you healthy, and keep you happy. So let's talk about some of those strategies, and let's talk about why it's very important for you to have a self-care routine in place for yourself. So I'm going to refer back to Suzys. Suzy is a client that came into the counseling office, and she has a desire to please everyone. If someone called her to, go to the store or to pick something up or to complete a project, she is going to say yes because she feels that she needs to be loyal and she needs to be there for everyone. So this goes on and on and on for months and even years. Suzy is going 100 miles per hour. She's getting like 4 hours of sleep, and she's just up and going, up and going, up and going. So after burnout, which is what Suzy eventually encountered, burnout, Suzy ended up in the emergency room because her immune system was compromised. So we have to also remember that when we're not able to manage our lives effectively, we are not able to manage our health effectively. So we never want to compromise anything in reference to our health. Oftentimes, our mental health is overlooked because we don't typically get that red flag until our body is compromised and we're like, okay, we need to go to the doctor. Okay, that's working in crisis mode. But we want to be proactive, and we want to be able to deal with stress. We want to be able to deal with anxiety, and we want to be able to unapologetically give ourselves the opportunity to have the self-care in place that we need in order to be our very best. So talk about self-care, Dr. Bell. What is self-care all about? Self-care is taking the time throughout your day to do very simple things such as meditating. Okay? Give yourself at least 5 minutes in the morning. Give yourself at least 5 minutes in the evening. And give yourself at least 5 minutes at night to yourself. Goes back to that planning that I discussed earlier. So what does meditating look like? And I'm not a professional and I don't know how to meditate. Well, it's very simple. You're just giving yourself the opportunity to be mindful, to turn things off, and to just get in tune with your breathing and your relaxation and your peace. It's your quiet time. So you're taking your energy off of deadlines, you're taking your energy off of family members, and you're just quiet and you're still. The Word of God says, "Be still, for I am God." There is power in giving yourself that 5 minutes of special time every day. No computers, no cell phones, no TVs, meditation and resetting your mind. Remember, begin with your end in mind, okay? So meditation, that first 5 minutes. And another thing that you can do is, you can go into prayer. You can go into prayer. You can just mindfulness, just stopping. This gives you the ability to stay grounded and stay in control, and it gives you that balance that you need to navigate throughout your day. Okay? And then you want to, find a ritual. I want you to write it down, whatever you decide. And, what we're going to do is also begin to provide our listeners with options and a toolbox of the different strategies that you can use as we implement different corners on a weekly basis. So in order to get access to that, you can visit the website. The website is doctwynabell.com, doctwynabell.com, doctwynabell.com. And so just if you're not able to jot down some of the things that we're discussing today, you can always refer back to the website and it will give you the strategies that you need in more detail. But we want you to be able to have that special time, give yourself that meditation, and prior planning is also, one of the biggest things. Remember, we're all CEOs of our lives, and we have to take control. You have the skills, you have the ability, and we're here to give you the tools that you need in order to thrive. The goal of this whole conversation that we're having about mental health and mental wellness, the goal is just to have the conversation to recognize and embrace our mental wellness, our mental health, and to get on top of the thing that's called stress and anxiety, because those things can impact other areas of our lives, like our physical health. For example, if you're highly stressed and you're not in control, you're not the CEO of your family, you're pulled from here to there, you're not the CEO of the functioning of your household, all of those things can compromise your immune system. So like my client that I discussed earlier, who was under tremendous amount of stress, she went to the emergency room. They could not figure out what was wrong with her. They figured out finally that her immune system was compromised. So the first prescription that she was given was to get in counseling so that she can learn some cognitive behavior therapy techniques and some stress management techniques in order to get herself balanced. And eventually her immune system was built back up and she was able to get things in order and organized in reference to becoming that CEO that we all need to be. And she was able to get back on track and thrive. Exercise, very, very important. We want to keep our bodies moving. We want to eat healthy. And all of these are the topics that we're going to be discussing throughout the show so that we can be built up mentally and that we can thrive and do our very best. Thank you so much. I will tune in with you guys on next week. In Your Feelings 360, I am Dr. Twina Bell. If you have any questions,
you remind me of love. I've got my mind